Hello everyone, welcome back to Knit Crow Addict channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to crochet an easy comfy shrug. I have free written pattern for sizes extra small go up to 4XL. It's available on our blog, and if you prefer the PDF printable version, it's available for purchase on our Etsy, Ravelry, and Lovecraft. I'm gonna put all the links in the description below. And for this tutorial, I'm gonna show you in size extra small / small. It's the same size, okay? And you can wear this shrug many different ways. So I'm gonna show you a few ways you can wear it in this video. So the first one is you can wear like a full length, like that. Very nice, comfy look. And the second one is you can create a collar like that. Very nice as well. And now, the third one is you can wear it upside down, okay? So see, here is the bottom. I can wear it upside down like that. Very cool looking as well. I love it. And you also can pin the top right here. So I'm gonna pin it like that. Pretty cool, huh? I would love to know which one would you like to wear your beautiful shrug. Alright, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Here is the materials that I use for this project. For this project, I use two kinds of yarn. This one gonna be the main yarn. This is number 4 medium weight yarn. And this fur yarn gonna be around the edging part. Okay, so yeah, this is Line Brand Basic Stitch Until Peeling. And this one is number 4 medium weight yarn. And in each ball is have 185 yards, and I use about 860 yards. So I bought 5 balls, and here's what I have left. Okay, this one in color taupe heather. Alright, this is gonna be my main yarn. And this one is Lion Brand Go for Fur yarn. I cannot find the tag. I bought it long time ago. So yeah, this one I believe is in color husky, and I use about 30 yards. So you just need one ball for the fur yarn. Alright, and then crochet hook number 6 millimeter, and then 2 stitch marker, yarn needle, and scissors. Okay, for this pattern is multiple of 3 chains. If you don't know what is multiple of 3 chains, so basically you're just gonna make a group of 3 chain. Like you're gonna chain 3, chain 3, chain 3, chain 3 until you're happy with your desired width. Okay, so for size extra small, I gonna chain 114. That is multiple of 3 chains. Okay, make slip knot, and then I'm gonna make 114 chains. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm gonna keep making the chain until I have 114 chains. Make sure to make your chain loosely. Okay, I will be back. I have 114 chain here. It's pretty long. And row 1 gonna be the right side. For an odd number row gonna be the right side. So I'm gonna skip the first 2 chain and then make 1 double crochet into the next chain. Okay, I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the 3rd chain from the hook, skip the first 2 chain, and I like to insert into the little bump on the back of the chain, and then yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. This is my first double crochet on row 1, and the first 2 chain never count at a stitch. And then we're gonna make 1 double crochet into each chain across. So I yarn over my hook, insert the hook into the next chain. Again, I insert into the little bump on the back of the chain. And then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Repeat that, yarn over hook, insert the hook into the next chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. The reason I like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain is give me very nice edge here at the bottom, and you don't have to do that, totally up to you. Alright, I'm gonna keep making 1 double crochet into each chain across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1 here, and I have a total of 112 stitches across. Okay, row 2, chain 2. Never count at a stitch and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter, and then make 2 double crochet into the first stitch. So yarn over hook, insert the hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. And then make 1 more double crochet into the same stitch. And then skip 2 stitches into the next stitch, make 3 double crochet. Okay, we're gonna repeat that until we have 3 stitches left at the end of row 2. So I'm gonna show you a couple more times, don't worry. So I skip the next 2 stitches and then make 3 double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat that, skip the next 2 stitches, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochet. Repeat that, skip the next 2 stitches, into the next stitch make 3 double crochet. Here's what it looks like so far. Alright, you're gonna keep repeating this. Next, you're gonna skip the next 2 stitches, and then into the next stitch you're gonna make 3 double crochet, repeating that until you have 3 stitches left at the end of row 2, and I will be back. Okay, now I have 3 stitches left at the end of row 2 here, and to finish row 2 we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches, and then into the next stitch we're gonna make 2 double crochet. Okay, so I skip the next 2, insert the hook into the next, which is the last stitch, and then make 2 double crochet. At the end of row 2 I have the same 112 stitches across, and row 3 we chain 2, never count at a stitch and turn, and then make 1 double crochet into each stitch across. So make 1 double crochet into the first stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Alright, I'm gonna keep making 1 double crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 3. I'm at the end of row 3. I have the same 112 stitches across, and now we're gonna repeat row 2 and row 3 over and over. I'm gonna repeat row 2 and row 3 21 more times, and I will have a total of 45 rows. Start count from row 1. Okay, just row 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, very easy. And I'm gonna show you a little bit on row 4 here. So for row 4 we're gonna start repeat row 2. So chain 2 and turn, and then make 2 double crochet into the first stitch. And then skip next 2 stitches, make 3 double crochet into the next stitch. And repeat that. Skip next 2 stitches, make 3 double crochet into the next stitch. Just repeat row 2. Very easy pattern. Skip next 2 stitches, make 3 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, here's what it looks like so far. Alright, I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 and row 3 21 more times, and I will have a total of 45 rows. Start count from row 1. Alright, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 45. Good luck and take your time. Okay, now I have 45 rows. This is the end of row 45, and next you just need to cut the yarn. So I cut the yarn and leave a long tail about 14 inches long. Okay, and after that I pull the yarn out, and here's what this looks like. It's pretty big. Okay, and next we're gonna sew the side seam. I'm gonna show you in this paper here real quick. Okay, this is what my project looks like right now. Just one piece, and this is the last row, right? And then I leave a long tail right here. And to sew the side seam, I want you to fold your project in half like this. With the right side facing each other, we're gonna sew on the wrong side. We fold in half like this. And then the first row and the last row should be at the bottom here. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the long tail that I left earlier to sew on this side. I'm gonna start sew from the bottom up to the side seam, and then I'm gonna leave some space open for the armhole as well. And I will tell you exactly how many rows that I sew. And then we're gonna sew the same on the other side, and we're gonna cut a new strand of yarn for the other side and then sew exactly the same. Okay, right now the right side is facing up, so this is the end of row 45, and then I just gonna fold it in half like this. So right now the right side facing each other. Okay, and I'm gonna sew this side seam here, and then I'm gonna sew 14 rows, this side and this side together. So I'm gonna start count. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And I place the stitch marker there. And then I count the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And mark. So I'm gonna sew those 14 rows together on the side seam, and here's what I'm gonna leave for the armhole. This is 17 rows around the armhole. Okay, I bring my yarn needle and insert the tail into my yarn needle here, and you can use any method you prefer. I'm just gonna sew back and forth. I'm gonna turn this side so easier to see. We sew on the wrong side, okay? So I'm gonna insert into this side corner here, and then insert into that corner, and then insert into the next stitch here, and next stitch there. This is difficult to see the normal stitches because we sew into the end of each row. Just go slowly, okay? Take your time. So next row, sorry, next stitch here, next stitch there. Next stitch around here, next stitch around there. See, I just guessed where I'm gonna insert my needle into. Just make sure it's nice and lining up. Don't sew too tight or too loose. So next stitch here, next stitch there. Bring it up. Next stitch here and next stitch right there. Bring it up. And next stitch here and next stitch there. Okay, here's what it looks like so far. Nice and lining up. Alright, I'm gonna keep sewing until I reach the stitch marker here. Okay, now I reach the stitch marker. I just gonna remove the stitch marker. Here's what it looks like, and then I just gonna weave the end. Okay, make sure it's here, and then you're gonna trim the tail, and you're done on this side. Okay, this is the wrong side. This is gonna be the armhole. Okay, here's the right side. And next, you're gonna sew the other side exactly the same. So I already placed my stitch marker here. So I'm gonna sew 14 rows on this side and then 14 rows on this side together. And I have 17 rows open around my armhole here. So exactly the same that you sew on this side. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this side and I will be back. Okay, after I have both side seam sewn, next we're gonna crochet the collar, and to do that I want you to turn your project right side facing out. So right now my project right side facing out here. Okay, this is gonna be the right side, this one is inside. Alright, and I want you to fold like this. I'm gonna show you in the paper first. It's very big. So after we sew the side seam, okay, and I want you to turn the right side out, and then after that I want you to fold the project like this. And this is the armhole that we leave it open. This is the armhole that we leave open. So right now my project is look like this, and then we're gonna place 2 stitch markers, one on this side, this corner, and one at this corner. And then we're gonna crochet from this corner up and around the neck area, and then come back down to this corner. And then we're gonna turn. We're gonna crochet back and forth between this corner and this corner like that. This part at the bottom here, we're not gonna crochet in that part at all. We're gonna skip those stitches. So I skip 42 stitches in between this marker to this marker. Okay, I also gonna show you in this picture here as well. So here's what it looks like on my project right here. See, I fold it like that, and then I placed 2 stitch marker already. I skip 42 stitches here. So first I'm gonna insert my hook right into this blue stitch marker, and then I'm gonna remove the stitch marker and add a new yarn there. Bring a new yarn, hold it on the back, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, and then I'm gonna chain 2. The first 2 chain never count as a stitch, and then I'm gonna make 1 double crochet into the same stitch that I add new yarn. So yarn over hook, insert the hook into that same stitch. yarn over, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. And then make a double crochet into the next stitch here. Double crochet into the next stitch. And double crochet into the next stitch. Oops. Double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch. And then we're just gonna keep making one double crochet into each stitch all the way up, and then go around the neck area, and then come back down to the side, and then keep going down until we reach the orange stitch marker. Alright, I will be back when I reach the orange stitch marker. Okay, now I reach the orange stitch marker here, and at the end of row 1 for the color, I have a total of 182 stitches. Okay, if you have a little more or a little less stitches, it's totally fine, no big deal. Alright, and then next I gonna crochet back this side and then go around the neck area and come back to this corner. Like I said, we're gonna go back and forth around this. We're not gonna crochet into these stitches at all. Here's what it looks like around the neck area. So, row 2, I'm gonna remove the stitch marker first. Row 2, we chain 2. Never count at a stitch, and then turn this side, and then 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and then double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into the next. Alright, I'm gonna keep making 1 double crochet into each stitch up to the neck area and come back down to this corner, and I will be back. I'm at the end of row 2 here, and I have the same 182 stitches because I'm not increase or decrease. And for row 3 to row 10, I'm gonna repeat row 2. I'm gonna show you a little bit here. So we repeat row 2, we chain 2 and turn, and now we're gonna crochet this side all around and come to this corner. So after I chain 2 and turn, I'm gonna make 1 double crochet into the first stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into the next, and double crochet into the next. Very easy. And for this color, if you want a wider, like bigger color, keep adding more rows. Just keep repeating row 2. So for me, I think 10 rows is perfect. So I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 until I have 10 rows total for my color, and I will be back. Good luck and take your time. Okay, now I have 10 rows on my collar here, and I already cut the yarn, and I leave a little bit of tail, just enough to weaving the end later. Next, I'm gonna put the yarn out like that, and then this is optional. I'm gonna use the fur yarn to crochet around the body edge. So to do that, I'm gonna insert my hook right into this last double crochet on row 10 of my collar here, and then I'm gonna add a new yarn there. This is my fur yarn. Add a new yarn there, hold the yarn on the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then chain 1. And now I'm gonna make a single crochet into each stitch up and around the neck area, and then come back down to this collar, to this corner. And then after that, I'm gonna continue make a single crochet into each space, each stitch around the bottom, all the way around the side. Go back around this until I reach where I add the new yarn. So I'm gonna make a single crochet into the next stitch here. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and put through those 2 loops. I'm gonna repeat that. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, put through 2 loops. Insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, put through those 2 loops. Sorry, this is difficult to see the stitches because the yarn is very like a fur yarn. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, put through 2 loops. Just make a normal single crochet. Single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next. Alright, I'm gonna keep doing that around the collar. Come around this side and then go around the bottom. Go around until I reach where I add the new yarn. Okay, and I will be back. Okay, I just wanna explain a little bit around here real quick. So this is the bottom part, okay? This is the bottom collar, which is the end of the row that we crochet the collar, and I call that space. So when I reach this part, I gonna continue make 1 single crochet into each space across, which is the end of each row of the collar. Alright, just want to make sure, and no big deal at all. So I gonna show you. So this space, make 1 single crochet in there, 1 single crochet into the next space, 1 single crochet into the next space, and 1 single crochet into the next space. Alright, I'm gonna do that across. Okay, now I reach the end. Here's where I started, and then I just gonna cut the yarn and leave a little bit of tail, just enough to weaving the end, and then pull the yarn out and bring my yarn needle and insert that tail into my yarn needle. Oops, a little difficult. Okay, and now I just gonna weave the end, hiding the tail inside. You're just gonna keep hiding the tail, make sure it's secure, and then you're gonna trim the tail, and you're done. Okay, I'm gonna hide the tail. I'm gonna keep hiding the tail later. And this is the bottom part. Here's what this looks like. This is inside. And now I'm gonna turn the top up. Here the collar, here the top. It'll look like this. Beautiful. Here's the bottom. Alright, and next we're gonna crochet around the armhole here, and I'm gonna use the fur yarn for that. So I'm gonna insert my hook right at this corner here, and then bring the new yarn and hold it on the back, and then yarn over hook, pull up a loop, and chain 1. And now I'm gonna make 2 single crochet into each space around, which is the end of each row. I call that space instead. So the first space here, make 2 single crochet. Here's 1, and then 1 more into the same space. Here's 2, and then next space here, make 2 single crochet. Here's 1, here's 2. Next space here, make 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. Next space here, make 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. Next space here, make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Alright, I'm gonna repeat that around, and I will be back when I'm at the end here. Okay, now I'm at the end here, and next I'm gonna cut the yarn and weave the end. Cut the yarn, pull the yarn out, and then weave the end. Bring this tail inside and then weave the end inside. Okay, and you're gonna do exactly the same on the other side, the other cuff. Right here I already made this one. And now if you want a longer cuff around the arm here, feel free to add more rows. Okay, just make single crochet into each stitch around. So for me, I just want a little detail with this fur yarn, so I just make 1 round only. Alright, and next I just gonna weave all my ends and I'm done. That's it. Very nice. Look at this beautiful color here. See, I can fold it like this. I love it so much. Sorry, I cannot show you the whole thing. It's pretty big. And of course, I gonna show you in the picture as well. And that's it. I hope you enjoy making this beautiful shrug here. If you did, please give this video a big thumb up and share this video with your friends. And I would love to see everyone's work. If you wanna share with me, just text me on Facebook or Instagram at KnitCrowAddict. I'm gonna put all the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.